What is up, guys? Delboy here. So on the 7th of October we have the first fight in the World Boxing Super Series Super Lightweight tournament between Kiryl Relikh and Eduard Troyanovsky. I think this is an interesting fight. I think this is going to be a firefight, and I feel this is going to be fun while it lasts. Two guys who like to come forward, essentially. Two guys who are aggressive and two guys who can really put a hurting on their opponents. Let's briefly talk about the records and, the attributes. We'll start with the champion, Kiryl Relikh. He holds the WBA Super Lightweight title. He has a record of 22 wins, 2 defeats, 0 draws. 19 of those 22 wins coming by way of knockout. It's worth mentioning that Relikh's 2 defeats are very controversial. Many people felt he beat Ricky Burns and Rances Barthélemy in their first fight. A lot of people out there are going to feel this guy should be undefeated, and I've got to say I am one of those people. I felt he beat both Burns and Barthélemy, but that's neither here nor there. Troyanovsky has a record of 27 wins, 1 defeat, 0 draws. 24 of those 27 wins coming by way of knockout. Troyanovsky was a former IBF super lightweight champion. He obviously lost that belt famously to Julius Indongo. In terms of the attributes, Relikh is 5'9.5" with a 67.5 inch reach, whereas Troyanovsky is 5'8" with a 69 inch reach. So Troyanovsky has a 1.5 inch reach advantage, but Relikh is 1.5 inches taller. Given the styles, I don't really think the height and the reach is going to play much of a factor for either guy, to be honest with you. Both guys like to come forward, Troyanovsky, he's a puncher, he's a guy who likes to maraud forward, look for those big hooks, look for that big right hand, he's a heavy-handed individual, he likes to cut the ring off and do damage. And Kiryl Relikh, he's quite versatile, but I feel he's best up close and on the inside. He really is like a buzzsaw. Both guys have a high knockout ratio. Relikh's is more due to accumulation, He throws a lot of shots, he works the body very well, and his stoppages, are, in my opinion, are more down to accumulation, whereas Troyanovsky is a one-hitter quitter type. Troyanovsky is very limited though. Relikh, to me, is clearly more skilled. He's got a better gas tank. He looks more durable. Better combination punching, better hand speed, better foot speed, better inside game. Relikh is just a more well-rounded fighter. He's a more talented fighter, and I think overall he operates at the higher level in comparison to Troyanovsky. But having said that, Relikh's not, although he's underrated, I think he's not unbeatable. He makes mistakes, he gets hit. There are defensive vulnerabilities when he comes forward. In the pocket, he is going to give Troyanovsky opportunities to land his big shots, especially that short right hand. I think if Troyanovsky can shorten that right hand up a bit in the mid-range, I think that shot could actually have some success. There are things that, Troyanovsky is going to get opportunities, but ultimately I think Relikh's work rate on the inside will be a little too much for Troyanovsky. Relikh is 28, whereas Troyanovsky's 38. Relikh fights at a high pace, and I'm not sure Troyanovsky can actually keep up with Relikh, I'll be honest with you. Troyanovsky in the first few rounds is going to be dangerous, but I think as the fight wears on into the mid-rounds and as it gets later, I think the fight's going to get harder and harder, and I think he's going to drown, basically. I think the work rate, the accumulation of Relikh, the inside game of Relikh, will prove to be a bit too much. I don't think Troyanovsky has the skills to really outbox Relikh. I think he has to win by knockout. I can't see him winning this on points. I really can't. I can't see him sticking and moving and outboxing Relikh. I just can't see that happening. He's going to have to catch Relikh with something big as he comes forward. That's always a possibility, given, Troyanovsky's power. But I only give Troyanovsky a puncher's chance. I feel Relikh is going to win this fight, and I feel he is going to get the stoppage victory in the mid-rounds. I don't think Troyanovsky is going to see the final bell, but I do feel this is going to be a very good fight. I think it's going to be a firefight, And listen, I'm not ruling Troyanovsky out due to the power, and that's what makes it interesting. Skill for skill, I think Relikh is a much better fighter, but Troyanovsky can punch, so you can't really rule him out. Really good fight, one I'm looking forward to. How do you guys see this one going? Peace.